This is a nice little shot of a fucking salad that was kind of gross. This is part 2. In part 1 I did Miranda Cosgrove and then some other people I don't really remember. And I did like 4 of Miranda Cosgrove and they were all warm-ups and they all sucked ass because I realised she's a very hard face to draw no matter how hard I try. This is audio commentary. This is me commenting. Who is that? Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, didn't draw him right. Don't want to try again. I think I try a lot of different methods and different approaches in all of these drawings because I just try to figure out what works. But I remember whenever I used to do it, I used to use A4 printer paper and these really pigmented and smooth coloring pencils, and I have Crayola coloring pencils because I thought they would also be pigmented as hell, but they're not at all. I think I need watercolor pencils because the color usually comes off on them pretty well. And these fine liners that I'm using, they were my favorite for a long time. So, and I bought like 3 packets of these because I remembered them being really, really good. But I guess they're good for outlining cartoons and stuff. They're good for cartooning, not really so much for portraiture or anything like that. I like fine liners, I like felt tips, but if it was a thicker felt tip I think they would work better. It's because they're so thin and for some reason they're drying out really fast. But they are better to use on this smoother printer paper than they are on the textured watercolor paper I was drawing on before. I want to start doing 3 or 4 pictures for each person, but I'm doing 100 portraits, so should I count 3 different caricatures? Because I didn't say 100 celebrities, I said 100 drawings, but it seems really lazy. It seems like I'm just fucking out. The way you caricature is that you draw the same person from different angles so you can see their features in different lighting and you can really figure out the shapes of their face. But because I'm doing one portrait at a time, all of different people, I'm not really getting a good vibe for the way their faces actually look and the shapes that make their faces up. So I don't know what the fuck I think I'm doing here. I think I'm definitely going to redraw the people that I've already drawn instead of finding new celebrities to draw, and just improve upon the portraits that I've already done by getting more accustomed to the shapes of each of their faces. This sounds really weird. Yeah. This is Margot Robbie, right? But I made the bottom of her face too wide. I made it as wide as her cheekbones for some reason. So she looks like that other bitch. But if I did maybe 2 more sketches of her, I'd be able to do her face perfectly. But I have to move on to somebody else now. I thought I would improve at least a little bit, and I think I have. But some of these are really bad. Like really, really bad. I think it's time I Google a tutorial. So The kind of caricaturing you see like on the street, where there's a guy and he's like $5 for a drawing, that's somewhat beginner caricaturing. That's just he has this he has this mold, this model that is already figured out, and he just adds your features to it. And it's usually like a big head. You can't see that. It's usually like a big head, and probably cheeks like this. I'm doing this really badly. And he'll put all the features in the middle. Somewhat like this. Say this is you, this is what you look like. This is really bad, but you know what I mean. It's like he already knows what he's doing, and even if your nose doesn't look like this, you're gonna get this nose. Or one of these noses, like one of those. Yeah. You're gonna get a nose that looks kind of like every other nose he's drawn that day. Because he only knows how to draw one nose. And you know, the cheeks look the same. Mouth looks the same. You know, like this. And then you get a little chin. And then you got a little bit there. And then you got a really small neck. And that's a basic caricature that's really lazy, and you just wasted your money on something that looks nothing like you. I mean, it looks like you, kind of, right? Because say this is what your hair kind of looks like, and they usually have big ears. Doesn't matter if your ears are actually big, you get big ears. And because it's like, hey, that looks kind of like a person but ugly, ha 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 ha. People are like, yeah, I guess it kind of looks like me. No. Probably have like, I'm adding too much detail to it though, so there's usually not that much detail. You know, they have one of these going on. That's not what I'm doing. And that's not what I want to do. Let me just do another one real quick. Okay, so they'll be like, oh, you're a female. I gotta do a female face. Alright, a female face. It's either like this, they've got two shapes, they've got this. Kind of a thing. You know what I mean? And the hair will be like a swoop or something, like. You'll get kind of this thing. Small body. Big boobs and small arms. Or you'll get the ever-present female head shape. Just something that looks kind of bad. It's like they already know they're going to give you a big forehead or a big chin. Those are the two options. But the forehead's always going to be bigger than everything else because you're a woman, right? It has to look cute. You gotta have a big fucking thing going on here. You And then here's your tiny body. Where the fuck do they put the neck? They put it like here, I guess. And then here's your boobs. Looks like a big mouth character. These aren't good, but I'm just kind of making, they're just examples, you know? It's just an example. Yeah, whatever. And then you got hair like this. Ew. You know, they already know what they're going to do. And they're giving no thought about the shape of your head because it's always the same. Either that or they do it like a Disney way, right? Where they do the construction of the face. Wait a minute. They construct a nice head. You know, ears here. The nose is here. They always make their noses like this. I don't understand it. I wish I chose a better pen, but this is what we got. I think I made this head too wide, but whatever. You know, basic head construction. And then they Disneyfy it, but put your eyes down here. And make them real big. And then put your eyebrows like. So you got a weird chin. This is not what I meant. I did it wrong. I'm not sure how I did it wrong. I'm just very out of practice with the way Disney does things. Alright? They always start with a circle. It doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter what shape is actually there. It has to be a circle because that's anatomy and that's the way heads look. Cartoons, I don't know her. We have to be realistic with the way we infantilize everything. It's called realism. Have you ever looked at your window? Everything looks like a baby. I really muddled whatever I was trying to say there. Okay, so so the nose would usually be up here, or the eyes would usually be up here, but because it's Disney, that's not allowed, and the chin ends like here. So if your nose ends here, your nose now ends here, your nose now ends way up here. And it's gotta be cute as a button. So it would still be the shape of the nose, right? They actually look at your features more than these kind of caricature people will do. They'll do the shape of your nose, but it will be on this cute little tiny, you know, Disney-fied head. And I think these ones actually, they can look really, really bad, but some people know how to do them in a way that looks good. Usually people who've worked at Disney. Or at least studied at Disney or something like that, you know. So, shit, what do I do next? I'm so out of practice. So your eyes would be up here, right? But they do their eyes way down here. I don't know. And they would do the shape of your eyes, human shape, because they know anatomy. Somewhat. They know anatomy enough to bend the rules. These people, I don't think, know anything about anatomy or art. They just know how to do caricatures on the street. It was like an interest they had. One day they were like, I wonder how much money I can make if I start making caricatures on the street. And so they learned how to do caricatures and nothing else. And fair play to them, because I don't even make money. You know, I've got no income. At least they're fucking making it work with what they got. So, and people enjoy it. People love getting their caricatures drawn because of course you do. Everyone's self-involved. So seeing a little drawing of yourself, you're like, oh my goodness, is that me? I'm so ugly. Tiny little eyebrow, I think. I don't know. And then your mouth. I'm not using references for any of these, by the way. This is just faces on the top of my head. So, like, just imagine this is what a person looks like. This is their features, but less like a human, if that makes sense. Not everything isn't as... evenly spaced out as it would be. And a human head. This is a human head, by the way. This is what I think a human head looks like. You kind of know what I mean. So this is a regular human head. I don't know why I made it look so different from this, but features, they're balanced out, kind of. Nobody's face is symmetrical. Nobody actually looks like an anatomy drawing. Not that this is one. This is honestly very cartoonified. Very cartoonified. So what was I doing? I was Disneyfying somebody's head. Let's give him a fringe. That's all the way down here. And then just I guess it's kind of anime-fying also. But I'm not into anime drawing or anime as like a concept. And then you do a small neck also because it's Disney. They like to do things by, they have like a book. They like to do things by. Rules, rules, rules. And I didn't follow any of them really doing this because it's been a long time and I've forgotten those rules, rules, rules. Do 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 do. Okay, whatever. So it's like a portrait, but it's not like a thing. Wait, you can also do it. Come here, let me just do like an actual thing real quick. Okay. Okay. So like say this is a head. This is the head. And you got fucking eyes in the head. I've already done this wrong. I've already just fucked it up. What is wrong with me? Okay. 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 It's not the way they do noses, but it will work. And then you got a little cheek. You got the holy shit. I'm very out of practice, and the more I do this, the more I realize I'm very out of practice. With these kinds of drawings, these used to be my favorite, kind of like a, what's it called? Like a Looney Tunes style, portrait used to be my favorite kind to do. Kind of like an Elmer Fudd looking ass, with the eyes and the mouth. You can do different. So, okay, so this is always the head, and the mouth will always be the thing that's being stretched or focused on. This is the case with Mickey Mouse. His head doesn't change, the shape of his head, but the shape of his jaw will always change. I don't know how to draw, I used to know how to draw Mickey, but this is not going to be Mickey. And the nose will always be like down here. She's like, ugh. What? And then because the face shape will always be a circle, you can, you know, raise the eyebrows up here. Like a Looney Tunes character. Give him big fucking ears. This to me is a lot more fun. Even though this is not perfect. Are these his eyebrows or are these the lines above his eyebrows? Because right now they look like the lines above the eyebrows, like the wrinkles. He's like, what did you do to me? Let me just... Does that even read as eyebrows? No. Yeah, that'll help. But you see, it's just like a lot of flexibility, and then he has like a little chin. And then I'm gonna draw out. And then I'm gonna draw this face, you know, making a normal expression, I guess. Circle. His eyes are like way down here, so it'll be like this. And he's got dude, this is already wrong. Very, very wrong. If you want to do this as a professional job, don't be like me and just go with the flow. Yep, that's how that's done. Sure. Fuck. And his eyebrows are like... His mouth will be kind of this. And so you still have the... Like this is his chin. Or no, I gave him a little chin. So this is his chin, and then this is... You know. I gave him little cheeks underneath. And then he's got his fucking head. And his ears. Wow, this is not... Does this look like the same character? No, but that's why we draw multiple. You just gotta draw until you figure out how it looks and how to make it look right. And I'm not doing that right now. I'm just kind of very, very quickly going over things because I've just been doing that all fucking day, haven't I? Every time I do something, I'm like, well, you don't actually do it like this. When will I ever do it right? I think is a better question. When will it ever be correct? I used to really love doing mouths. For some reason, I would just start with the inside of a mouth and then just make up what the rest of it looks like, because I just thought it was fun and kind of funny to draw the inside of a mouth. He's like, ah! Is anyone else super fucking excited for Halloween? I'm not even doing anything for Halloween. I just can't wait to watch zombie movies and eat candy. I'm gonna try find some banana toffee. Because I really like banana toffee on Halloween for some reason. And I haven't spent a Halloween at home in months. Or years, I should say. 3 years. And being home now around Halloween, I'm like, oh, I remember how, you know, we would do things. And that's kind of fun because it feels nostalgic, like I'm 16 again or something. I'm like, oh, I'm home for Halloween. So, you know, me and my siblings were going to do all of our Halloween stuff that we usually do, like watch Creep Show, eat chocolate coins, you know, fireworks and stuff. I haven't had any of that shit in 3 or 4 years. 3 years, I would say, is correct. I'm not even holding the camera straight, but that's fine. Where would the eyes go? The eyes would be behind the head, right? Like, this is the fucking mouth. I'm confusing myself. Where are the lips? Would the ears be... Yeah, okay, the ears would be here. So where does that put the eyes? The eyes is here. The eyes is here, I guess. I mean, not really. This is wrong, but... but it works, I guess. And then we'll just do a little tuft of hair. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. That is what's happening. Anyway, back to whatever the fuck I was talking about. To where the eyes, this bottom line here is literally where the eyes are. Those are not human eyes. I don't know what I think I'm doing here. And then a little nose. And then this whole thing is the head. And then, because it follows the rule of, right, like this is the skull, and then the jaw comes out of the skull. But here the jaw is tiny, 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 little jaw, like a baby, because they have to infantilize. They have to infantilize everything to make it cute, so you want to look at it, you know, like Mickey Mouse used to be fucking adorable in the 80s or 90s or whatever. I don't like how he looks now. I think he looks kind of like a creeper. But there was a small period in the 80s or 90s, I don't remember which, where he was very, very round and very cute looking. I was never like a fan of Mickey Mouse. I know some kids are like, oh my god, it's Mickey Mouse. Like, I think that's very manufactured and weird. Why would you let your kid get obsessed with fucking Mickey Mouse? Mickey Mouse. He owns us all, and he will rule the earth one day. He's pretty much already owns the earth, no? Like, if you had to say who owns the earth right now, it's either or Mickey Mouse. It's gotta be one of them. Or let's talk about government conspiracies. Let's talk about the How do I do hair on this bitch? Let's talk about privatized banking. This isn't good, but you get the idea. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more. That's not even a circle, but it's fine. Eyes way down here. Little nose. Very, very cute. Do you know Walt Disney wasn't actually an artist and he never drew Mickey Mouse? Fun fact. I don't know if that's true. I heard that ages ago as like a theory, and I saw a bunch of evidence behind it, and then it's something I wanted to believe. I don't think he was much of an artist. I think early in his career he did do some drawings, but then once, he became more of a leader, like a business leader, a figurehead. He became more of a businessman. He obviously stopped drawing and he hired people to draw. So I think maybe that's where that theory comes from. I'm not sure. I don't know. Right, I'm gonna go redo a bunch of the portraits. I'm gonna start with Miranda Cosgrove. I'm really gonna try to get her right. But I honestly think her face is so fucking balanced that it's really hard trying to find anything that stands out. She has these, like, I guess she has recognizable eyes and cheeks. A very square head. I guess I'll focus on her square head. Miranda Cosgrove. Calls me a grove. What was I at? 26? 27. Okay. Miranda Cosgrove. Calls me a grove. You've got a square head. What is a grove? A series of plants. I think I am gonna do it kind of a Disney-ish way. Oh my god, I was looking at a picture of Nathan Crest. Like right now. I am looking at a picture of Nathan Crest. And I thought it was Chris Colfer. He looks like Chris Colfer in that photo. Do they look similar? So... Okay. If her nose is here, right in the fucking middle of her fucking head. Is it? It's like down here. I can't do this no more. Okay. She has a little nose that goes like this. And it goes like this. And it goes like that. Ew, I hate that. It looks already like the caricatures I was doing before. Because I guess drawing them put them in my head. Whew, okay, and then she's got fucking cheeks that are real wide. Real wide cheeks. Didn't Robot Chicken do an iCarly thing? And I remember Carly did not look like Miranda Cosgrove in that at all. I think she's just hard to do. And she's got these little eyes that are very distinctive and nice. Why does she have to have such nice eyes? What am I doing right now on this piece of paper? What's happening on this piece of paper? And why have I not stopped? Why am I still going? Why am I still going? I'm Miranda Cosgrove. Welcome to my grove. She does not. She's a softer voice than that. I have a very harsh voice. Because I've got gravel in there. I got gravel in the back of my throat. And I have to sing to clear out my throat and figure out where the gravel lies. It takes me like 5 hours of just screaming and drinking a shit ton of peppermint tea and chewing a shit ton of gum, drinking a shit ton of water to clear my throat out enough so that it sounds better. And I did do a little bit of that today, but I didn't do a lot of it. How do I make her forehead look normal? She's a very normal forehead. One of the most normal foreheads I've ever seen. This is exactly what I didn't want to do, and I'm doing it. So I'm going to zoom in on the reference image I have here. Fuck, what did I just do? Really just get a look at her face. So the fact that I did her doing... looking forward... I didn't even do a side profile or nothing. I can't get, like, I don't know what any of her features look like. I guess her nose... I should do it at an angle because, like most noses, it points out. How has she not had any surgery? Like, any... She doesn't look like she's had any cosmetic surgery. But she's a weird looking person. She looks weird. But there's no discernible features on her face. It looks perfect. But she looks weird at the same time. I personally wouldn't call her attractive. But I think it's because she has kind of weird features, but they're really evenly placed on her face that it's... You can't call her ugly. But I don't like to think about that stuff because I like to listen to his advice on art and art only. I think some people know who I'm talking about. You know, we used to work for... It's like a joke, but it's real. My setup fell down. It's just a series, look, it's a series of boxes. And it's not efficient at all. Whoa! Okay. And we're back. This is how I would be doing it. If, you know, I wasn't trying to follow anyone else's advice.
Candy. I want candy, bubblegum and taffy. Skip to the sweet salt with my sweetheart Sandy. Got my penny saved, so I'm a sugar daddy. I'm a human Cronin, she's my Jessica Tandy. I want candy, bubblegum and taffy. Get in my way, punk, you're gonna get your ass beat nasty. Do it so your dad sees in front of your whole family, all because you got between a kid and his candy.
Candy in the morning, candy in the afternoon. Candy in the evening, on the way home from school. Like, whatever. Do this look like her? No. Am I tired? I'm getting frustrated, yes. Do I want to eat my feelings right now? Also, yes. I need a black coloring pencil, but I don't have one. Okay. Crayola, maybe make your coloring pencil softer and more pigmented. Did I get her? Does this look like Miss Cosgrove? This is one I did without looking at a reference. I was just going off the drawings that I already did. And I guess they do kind of look like Miranda. This one doesn't. This one also does not. Something, it looks too heavy. I don't know what looks too heavy, but she just looks heavier. And I didn't finish that one because I realized the eyebrows were too wide. Her eyebrows are really, really just in the middle of her face. And from a front angle, they look wide, but they're really not. They're just shaped really well to do that. You know. If you know about eyebrows, you know what I mean. Probably not. I'm just making stuff up. And this is my last drawing I did without a reference. I was just, redrawing her again from my head, from what I've already done and what I've learned. I've learned that she has a regular sized forehead. She has very small features, but her mouth is her biggest feature, but it's like her mouth and her cheeks. But for some reason I cannot capture it. But yeah, I'm counting this 27, 28, 29. Everybody happy? And I'm back. I left for a really long time because doing this is stressing me out. This is not something I enjoy. I've realized. I thought it was something I enjoyed, but turns out I was wrong. I guess I just like drawing people. You know, like little figures. Like when I go like, and then I count down. Okay, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the crotch, sometimes higher, and you got the little legs, and then you got the fucking this shit. Did I do this wrong? Yeah, this is kind of awful. But you know what I mean? I really enjoy this kind of nonsense. And it turns out I really do not enjoy life drawing or even caricaturing anymore. Sure, it was something I used to do, but no longer do I desire to do this. Anyway, let's do Jennifer Coolidge. What number was I on? 5,072. 29. 29. 30. Is this Jennifer Coolidge? Is this Jennifer Coolidge over here? Does this count as one? Oh my god, why are her arms so big? That's not okay. Anyway, Jennifer Schmoolage. What does she look like? I think I want to stop talking and just like do it. I might probably come back because I just cannot shut up, can I? What the fuck? I just cannot draw him. The first drawing I did looked better. This one kind of looks like him, but his eyes look very wrong and his hair looks wrong, and in all of these drawings he looks more like Dylan O'Brien. Dylan O'Brien, that's not his name, that cannot be his name. Dylan O'Brien. This looks more like him, but I don't know what I did here, because he has the same features. He has like a wide nose. A wide nose, small on his face. You know, wide cheekbones and a head that's bigger than his jaw. And I guess he made his eyes too far apart, but his eyes are close here, and it's wrong. So what's wrong about this one? His eyebrows? I don't know. I'm gonna move on because I don't want to agonize over this. But I kind of really do want to agonize over this because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so who is next? I'm going to do Kendall Jenner next because I thought she was kind of fun to draw originally. She just has like a very oblong head